Hello everyone, this is another response video. A friend of mine, he asked me about tonal languages. I guess he's learning Hmong, or he knows Hmong, and he's teaching someone Hmong. They want to learn, Hmong, and he asked me, how do you go about teaching someone a tonal language? Now, I haven't had many students for tonal languages, but what I can say, if I were to teach a student, what I would do is, of course, have them listen to the audio over and over. See, with a tonal language, you have to kind of listen to, the audio over and over and over, because what's going to happen is after a certain period of time, after listening to it for so long, you start getting used to the sounds, and you'll be able to mimic those sounds. So you have to listen to the audio over and over and over. I will sit down with them and say some things and have them repeat after what I've said, and see if they've said it, if their sounds are similar to mine. That's how I would teach a tonal language. But pretty much the student will have to listen to the audio over and over and over and over, and constantly repeat themselves after, listening to that listen to that dialogue. They will have to mimic the native speaker of that language, and it works. It works. You just have to keep practicing, and eventually you'll be able to mimic those sounds. I did that with tonal languages like Vietnamese. I did it a lot with Vietnamese. I did it a lot with that. I would listen to dialogue and just repeat after the guy's voice was stuck in my head, so I was able to mimic his voice, and I would just I'll mimic it and then walk around the house, or just say it to myself, whatever he said in the dialogue. So you just got to keep practicing over and over and over like that, and eventually you'll be able to mimic those sounds. So when you're teaching her or he or him, you probably want to have him get some audio, listen to it, and then perhaps have a script or whatever, have them read it, have them read a script, and then you see if they sound pretty good, if their sounds match up to the script. So that's how I would teach tonal language. So yeah, you should go about doing that. I haven't taught any, I haven't had any students for any of the tonal language I know so far. Just students for Japanese. I have more students for Japanese than any other language. So just pretty much Japanese, and I had an Indonesian student. I didn't have any students for any tonal languages. So that's pretty much what you got to do. Just have your student, just have her get some audio, listen to the audio over and over and over. Start at the beginning, starting off fresh with the letters. Make sure they're enunciating the words correctly and making the correct sounds. And then when they go on to read a text or whatnot, they should be able to read the text with with precise tonations and pronunciation. You have to make sure you do that the first stage, because if you don't do that at the beginning, and you just do it sloppy, you get sloppy with it, then it's going to hurt you in the long run, because you're going to pick up bad habits, and it's going to be hard to get rid of those bad habits. Okay, so you want to at the fresh start, just make sure everything is being done correctly. Okay, so especially when a tonal language. Okay, so with tonal language, you have to make sure you're doing things precisely, because if not, you're going to have some problems in the future. So that's going to conclude this video. If you have any questions, just send me a message, and I'll respond ASAP. Alright, hope that was helpful for you, man. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for viewing the video, everyone.